Hey, this is Fly Guy for TekSushi.com and also for DarkSideToys.com, giving you a look at the brand new Marvel Legends 6-inch figures. This is the Build-A-Figure range, which is marked there as the All-Father, but you do get two options in the packaging. You can get to choose to build King Thor or basically Odin, so two different, kind of slightly different looks. So you will need to collect quite a few figures here. We'll talk about that once we do the Odin and King Thor review. But we'll skim through these just to give you a quick look at them. So that's the packaging that it comes with, usual stuff. Gorgeous artwork on the sides there. In this case, we're reviewing the very first one here, Iron Fist. And he looks fantastic. Long time coming, this figure. We've seen him advertised at San Diego Comic-Con many years ago, and he never quite got into the schedule to be released. Well, now he's here. So there's the back of the package again. You can freeze if you want to read some of that text there. But basically, this is a classic old character dating back way into the 70s, if you don't know who he is. Danny Rand is his name, and he's got the power of kicking ass, basically. There's all the figures we are going to review, and there's the two different looks you can see there for King Odin and for Thor. I should say, sorry, King Thor and Odin. So you'll see the different parts and numbers, but again, we'll review that figure on its own. We'll give you a review of all of these figures here on the channel, so stay tuned and we'll look at the playlist. And we'll look at all these figures as they come up. Right, so the part that's inside the very first figure here is the leg. Now again, I'm not going to show you too much about this because we'll show you the figure overall, but it's beautifully done. Again, it's a leg. It's got some good weathering on it. This is going to be a gigantic figure, so again, we'll look at that Build-A-Figure once the overall parts are completed. Let's go look at Iron Fist. What a great looking figure. Now, I really fell in love with this figure long ago when we saw this initially. Just incredibly super articulated, as all Marvel Legends are, but he just looks fantastic. All the poses you can get this guy into, and he comes with a ton of hands to swap out here. But let's get a look at the basic figure overall and the facial sculpt and so forth. So we get pretty good details here on this guy. Nicely done. Very translucent looking kind of head with the plastic the way it's done there, but I do like the way they've painted it on, and his silver eyes, they do look good. The jaw, the facial paint. I mean, it's a pretty plain figure. There's not really much weathering or anything going on here. There is a blue tinge across the whole suit you can just see picking up at the camera. But the detail, such as his kind of emblem there, is beautifully done. There's really no paint splodges or any issues there whatsoever. Nice little effects there, just with the blue and the abs and I like this little piece here they've got here just for the crunch. Looking good. A little bit shaky on the paint there on the kind of gauntlets he's got on, but it's not too bad. Nothing I wouldn't have expected, to be honest. And down to the bottom of the figure. Down there. So again, these kind of translucent gold-like colour. We've seen this many times on figures, Legends figures as well. So, but it's nicely done. There's not much else going on in this figure really in terms of the style and design of it. It's a standard Marvel Legends figure, using very recently the kind of Spider-Man-like chest piece here that almost kind of bursts out when you move the arms there. That was one of the last figures that used that piece there, but it's beautifully done. We've got the articulation on him is pretty good. You can literally move up as far as this for the head, but you'll see there his little tendrils at the back there for his mask is prohibiting that movement, but you can see the join. If I turn that around there, you can see that there. But you do get some good movement, so that means you could effectively break his neck and pose him like so. So there's a fair range of movement on this ball joint here, so he just looks fantastic, I think, once you pose him. Very, very good indeed. So we've got this double articulation up here, up at the chest plate, which expands in and out, giving you lots of different looks and poses. You can see all the joins here, the standard stuff again on most Marvel Legends. The bicep, down to the double joint at the elbow, all the way down to the fully swiveling and the pivoting kind of hands there as well. We've got the ab crunch going on there, plenty of movement back and forth on him, so there's plenty of kind of poses you can have him in. We do get waist articulation as well, so tons of movement there. You can clearly see the ball joints at the hips there, down to the double joints at the knees, and down to the pivoting and swiveling ankles. So fantastic stuff. And of course we do get peg holes on there, so very well posed if you put him on a stand. So he's looking fantastic, a really good figure, really glad I got him. Long time waiting for him to come out. Wasn't really a fan of the Toy Biz days of the old green version, so yeah, this is a much better looking version here. So the hands that he comes with, I've swapped some of the hands around there, but you'll see one hand there, a fist, and the alternate for each hand. You've got a gripping hand there. We've got some few others going on here. We've got a basically halt hand, I guess, or whatever you, saluting hand, another hand coming in here. I mean, if you want to do customs, this is going to be a great figure to get all of these parts and pieces in here. But that's literally what you get, is an assortment of kind of gripping-like fingers and fists that you can see there. We've got some high-res pictures in a gallery here you can see, and there'll be a packaging shot in the front of this video as well, so if you want to see them all in the package, you can. But plenty of hands on this guy, plenty of articulation, a great start to the Marvel Legends Avengers wave here, the comic Avengers. So yeah, stay tuned for the next figures in the review coming up. And if you want to buy this figure, pretty much sold out everywhere. There are onesie twosies left. If you want to, we'll put a link below where you can maybe buy some of these and some other options, but they've pretty much been gone. You've got to pre-order these things or they're gone these days. They do not last. On top of that, if you want to leave a comment below, love to know your thoughts on Iron Fist. What do you think of this figure? Are you excited by it? Were you looking forward to it? What do you think of the Build-A-Figure? Was that one that you were looking forward to as well? Please do leave a comment below. And if you're new to either TekSushi or Dorkside Toys, just click subscribe. We'll get you lots of cool reviews straight into your inbox the second we get these toys. That's it. Back for another Marvel Legends figure coming up next.